Good morning, guys. How are we? I'm not gonna lie, it's Tuesday evening and I haven't recorded anything this week because I've just felt so fucking shit. Not in terms of physically. Also, excuse my hair, I feel like it gets poofier. I washed it today and it gets so poofy, but then because my face is like slowly getting smaller, it makes my hair look bigger. So I literally look like Aslan. So we did legs today, as we usually do on a Tuesday, and I trained with the guys, and thank God I had them to carry me through because otherwise I literally just get so in my own head. And I know a lot of people say like prep's hard, and so far it's been, I wouldn't say easy, but it's been like manageable, bearable. But I think the thing that I'm definitely finding most hard is myself, like my own thoughts. I am my own worst enemy. If you know me well, you know that I am literally like so critical about myself. I'm just so like harsh on myself, but it's only because I want to be the best, and it makes me like work harder. It makes me like never quit. It makes me like tick all the boxes. But as I diet down, I'm just like, you've got no muscle. You're just skinny. Like, you shouldn't be on stage. And it's that I'm struggling the most with, because every day I wake up and I'm like, you need to go back into an off season, you need to bulk, you need to build muscle, because there's nothing there to show on stage and you're going to embarrass yourself. And I can deal with the cardio, I can deal with the hunger, I can deal with the exhaustion, but my own thoughts, like when I'm with myself 24/7, it is mentally so draining, and I really don't know how to just switch it off, apart from when I'm asleep. Great. I'm not being funny, but you think now by week 10 I'll be better at charging my phone and getting more storage on my phone, but no, my camera wants to cut out and tell me I've got no storage. Thank you, I know. So I don't even know where I finished. I think I was just going on a tangent how I get in my own head and I feel skinny, like I say every week. So the fact that we're like 10 weeks in, let me tell you, there's gonna be nothing left. It's actually just so frustrating because like I kill myself in my off-season bulk. I'm trying to just get a little bit of muscle, little bit of muscle, and then you diet down and it's like, where's it all gone? And it's annoying because like when weights go down, like I was doing 6 plates aside on the squat press, now I'm doing 5 and it feels fucking heavy, and it's like, shit, I'm losing muscle. Like, I'm hoping I won't, but won't know till I get on stage and I either look like a bag of shit or somewhat decent. So yeah, I recorded a bit of my leg session, but then I cried halfway and I was like, I'm not having any of it. So this is what I mean, I am my own worst enemy. If I didn't have these thoughts, I would just crack on. But I'm just gonna blame being a woman. But to cheer myself up, you guessed it, I bought some more things. However, it wasn't supplements, it was a Gymshark haul because they had a sale on. So I bought 3 things because, I mean, to be fair, I'm barely even fitting in my clothes as it is anyway. So I bought 2 sports bras and one shorts. So I will try them on and show you. So now I've like lost my arse and I literally have no legs. I bought small shorts. Tell me why these look like they wouldn't even fit a child. I'm sorry. Excuse me? Do we really think these are gonna fit me? Like, what? Anyway, we'll see what they look like. So I tried on the shorts. They fit me, but they don't fit me. So like, they fit me, however, like they make my bum look weird because they've got like a rigid thing, like here. So I don't know if we'll keep them. The sports bra, I have no boobs, so you know, I look like a 12-year-old boy. But the back's quite nice. So I don't know if I've done that right. This is sports bra number 2. Pretty similar to the other one. It's got a bit more padding. So you're full of no anyway, you got no tit, okay? But the back's quite nice as well on this one. They're both pretty similar. I just needed some more black sports bras because I'm running out of ones that fit me at this point. I mean, there's nothing to fill anyway, but let me tell you that like the straps are like falling off. Got my chicken back. Like I said last week, I had an in-person check-in with Luke. He seems to be happy. He seems to think we're on track. So the only changes that have been made is an extra 5 minutes of cardio. Food has stayed the same, which is great. But so now we're on 35 minutes of cardio a day, trying to exert my energy and put all my energy into like cardio, because training is just well, let's not even talk about it. I'm just trying to look at it like Luke just said the other day, like look at it more like just expenditure. Go in, get a pump, go for high reps. Don't go for like stupid weights where you can only do like 6 reps. But then I was like on the stairs and I watched one of Cuba's leg days on YouTube, and he was like, yeah, if you're losing strength when you're training and you're on prep, then you're losing muscle. And I was like, great, that's the last thing I wanted to hear. So maybe I shouldn't compare myself to assisted seasoned male bodybuilders. Might be a good idea, but am I gonna listen to myself? No. So I just thought I'd show you how I make my baked oats. It's literally like eating cake as a pre-workout meal. So it's unreal. These are literally the best oats ever. I will not buy any other oats. Like, I don't know why, they're just so, I don't know, they just taste so much nicer. They've actually got a bit of like oomph to them, you know what I mean? Like a bit of kick. So currently my pre-workout meal is 70 grams of oats. So I'm just weighing that out. Boil the kettle and then like soak your oats in boiling water. Now it needs to be boiling water, by the way, because otherwise they won't cook. You want them to be like sort of cook with the hot water. Please excuse this absolute wog of a hairstyle. I've just come back from cardio. I'm gonna go shower once these are in the air fryer, but this is just not, honestly, I just drag myself out of bed, whack on some clothes and just go and like do my cardio in the morning, because I do it fasted just to get it out of the way, and it's a sight for sore eyes. Just going to show you here. So obviously these are a little bit watery. You just want to let them stand. You can't really see me, can you? So yeah, you can see all I've been doing is like mixing it, and then the consistency of the oats becomes a little bit more thick, so they're not as runny, because literally the hot water just lets them like soak a little bit. Then I'm going to add my protein. Now, let me tell you, this protein genuinely bangs. Oh my god, I haven't, obviously they're collaborating with Cinnabon, and because they've got the actual brand on it, like it actually tastes like Cinnabon. Just weigh 30 grams of whey, stirring it round, and you can see like it's like a sludgy consistency. You don't want it to be runny, otherwise it won't cook that well in the air fryer. You can bake it in the oven, you don't have to use an air fryer, but I just like do it in the air fryer because it's a little bit quicker and you get like a crispy top. Then I'm going to add my fruit. So I use frozen cherries, and then I have 70 grams of those. But what I do to make it a little bit more voluminous, because you don't want big chunks of cherry in your oats, because you want to like pad it out a little bit. So I'm literally just cutting them up and putting them in my oats. So then you're going to give that a bit of a mix. But yeah, so what I was saying, like every diet I've ever done, I've been really food focused. Like, you know, watched the like 10k food challenges, gone on like loads of food porn on Instagram, and just scrolled endlessly while I've been in bed. And to be honest, you just make things worse for yourself. I've dieted a few times, and all the times I've done that, I've just scrolled through Instagram constantly looking at food. And I don't know if it's now because I'm going to be on stage or what, but
I'm just like, you just make it so much worse for yourself. At the end of the day, you can't have that food no matter how much you scroll through Instagram. So why are you sitting there torturing yourself when you know you can't have it? You're literally just making it worse for yourself. So now I've like patted that down a little bit, so you can see now it's gone like a little bit darker. Then I'm gonna add my dark chocolate. I'm having 20 grams of dark chocolate, which is just 2 squares. And then what I'm doing again to make it a bit more voluminous, I'm like breaking up the chunks. So it's kind of like big choc chips, and just dotting them evenly around my oats. So I'll give you a bit of a close up now. Oh my God. Wow. Oh my God. Spacing it out evenly. I'm literally just like putting it down a little bit so it's like sunk. Don't want it to ping in my face again. Sunk into the oats a little bit because you don't want it on the top, otherwise it'll burn. So you can see here what it looks like. And then the last thing I'm going to do is literally just pat it all down and make sure the oats covers all the chocolate. So I'm just smoothing it down a little bit to sort of like hide the chocolate chunks, like so. And then I'm just going to bang this in the air fryer for half an hour on 180, and I'll show you the finished result and like what I do after. I've just taken this baby out the air fryer. Ow! Oh my God, ow! So she looks like that. She is unreal and she smells so nice. So I'm just going to show you what I do to finish it off. Now you want to weigh it on the measuring scales, but obviously because it's so hot, because it's just been in the air fryer for half an hour, and put something like, you could put like a cup on it or like something ceramic so it doesn't burn the weighing scales like that. So I'm just putting like, I don't even know what that is, like a tea bag thing. So I'm going to add some peanut butter. So this peanut butter, by the way, is the nicest one. It is banging. It's the sweet and salty peanut butter smooth. Drizzle 10 grams of peanut butter on top. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So it's literally like, so you know how I said it was like a cake? So the icing is like the peanut butter. What are you going to do? Now it just, oh, I will not do that. I'm going to burn myself. So obviously, looks like that. All I'm going to do is just spread it evenly across the top. So, like so. Then what you're going to do is I have sweet ground cinnamon, and you're just going to literally sprinkle, do this spoon, sprinkle a little bit on top. Like so. And then the final result is salt. Now obviously I've said I have 5 grams of pink Himalayan salt and 5 grams of low salt, and I put it in a little shot glass and just sprinkle it over my meals evenly. Obviously in your pre-meal you probably want to have more salt because it just helps with pump, helps with hydration. So I just literally sprinkle this over the top, like so. Yeah, that's sound. And then I'm just gonna make some holes in the oats just to let it cool, because this bad boy is scalding. So just to let it cool a little bit, and then I'm just gonna show you the finished result. Like that. Honestly, it doesn't look that aesthetic, but let me tell you, like, it's banging. So I'll show you like a bit of a close up when I like dig into it, and I'll show you one now. But yeah, that's how you make my baked oats. Let me show you all the ways. Oh, let me show you all the ways. Yeah, let me show you all the ways. Right guys, I'm going to be talking you through one of my glute sessions that I did in EP because I couldn't be bothered taking a mic and talking to a camera. I literally just wanted to crack on with my session and just try and like be quite present, enjoy myself, enjoy my session, because you know now training's not what it used to be. I'm just trying to have fun with it. So recorded little bits, started on seated hip abductions, which I didn't record. Then I moved on to the hyperextensions. Now this machine is literally a game changer. Instead of using the dumbbells, it's actually pin loaded, and you just hold this little handle thing in front of you, and it just makes it so much easier than like faffing with dumbbells, faffing with your wrist wraps and stuff. So obviously you can see here I was nice and fucked at the end, but it was just really good to like get my glutes warm before I move on to this bad boy. Now if you don't know and you haven't been to EP actually have like a glute corner, so literally all my session I was just like in that corner. I've got everything I need, and I just like trying the new kit that they've got because my gym doesn't have this type of kit, so I like just having a bit of fun with it. I don't have any numbers, so I don't have any numbers to compare it to, so I can't really get on my own head. So like I said, I'm just trying to have fun. So I moved on to this booty builder. It's pretty much like a glute drive, however it's pin loaded, so you don't have to faff around with plates, and the whole setup just makes life so much easier. Like if you're in a rush, this machine is just unreal. I find the setup a little bit awkward because I find the pad too low down and the platform too high up, and I can't actually get 90 degrees with my feet, which is a little bit annoying. However, I just try my best to connect with my glutes in it. It's okay, it just saves time. I don't mind this machine, but if I was to choose and I wasn't short on time, I would use a glute drive machine instead. But you know, I had a posing lesson that I was in a rush for, so just tried to crack on with it. But yeah, you can see me pretty much dying here. It's a very humbling machine as well because I thought I could go a lot heavier. However, I did about half the stack and barely got like 8 reps. To be fair though, this is quite safe to fail on, probably a lot safer than the glute drive, but the only problem is when you get that first rep, it is quite hard to get out the hole if you're going quite heavy. So here I just tried to go for like higher reps, get a pump, try and get my glutes nice and full because you know this ass has dissipated, so we need to get a bit of a pump. But yeah, obviously I'm dying again as usual. Now we moved on to RDLs. Now these did not go my way at all. Usually I've been holding on to the 45 kilogram dumbbells, which has been okay. I've been managing to get around like 8 reps. Haven't wanted to lower the weight at all just because my ego says no. However, today, I don't know if it was just because I was in a new environment or I was pretty fatigued from doing 3 previous exercises beforehand, but these just did not go very well at all. As soon as I picked up the dumbbells, they felt heavy, and usually, you know, I'm just like, I just crack on with it, which I did. I'm like not trying to let my mindset dictate how my session goes. However, they just did not feel right. I could just feel these all in my lower back and my erectors, barely anything through my glutes. I just felt like I was pulling up weight for the sake of pulling up weight. So you can see towards the end, my back starts to round a little bit, which can be okay, but I just called it a day there because I wasn't feeling it in my glutes and I didn't want to cause myself any injuries or do my lower back in. So here I just recorded my back off set, which I was actually a lot happier with. Backed off to around the 35 kilograms for my back off and tried to just aim for like high reps again. However, usually get around 15 reps here. I think I managed about 12, but I didn't really care that much. I was just more excited to be in a new gym, try new weights, and I was pretty exhausted because this was about halfway through the session, and energy usually starts to drop off around mid session. So these felt a lot better. I did feel them a lot more in my glutes, and you can see I'm not really fully locking out at the top. Like I'm not coming all the way up. I'm just keeping that tension on my glutes with a slight bend of the knee, just so, you know, I'm getting that connection and really trying to focus on getting a pump in my glutes. Then after this, moved on to the kickback machine. Now this is a bloody game changer. I've not really used a kickback machine that I've actually felt in my glutes. I've only ever really felt this in my quads. But this machine, because it like swings and it moves with your body, I actually felt it all in my glutes and genuinely love this machine. If I was to choose a machine kickback over a cable kickback, I would opt for the cable, just because it allows you a little bit more freedom and it allows your body to move with the exercise, whereas you're a bit more fixed with this, so it can feel a little bit uncomfy. And because I was so sweaty, my not working leg, my knee at the bottom was starting to like slip as I got towards the end, so would have been a little bit unsafe if I fell. Then the last exercise I moved on to was single leg hip press. Now, I've done these loads. I did these in my last video, so you'll know what I'm doing here. But again, because it's the end of my session, I'm just trying to go for like high reps, not just throw load for me to be. But I feel these so much in my glutes, so it's a really good exercise for me to finish off, because I just go for like 20 reps to really just try and feel the burn. You can see from my face, it feels heavy as fuck, but really just trying to connect with my glutes and almost move the weight with my hip and get a little bit more hip flexion, the knee flexion, which is why my foot is a little bit further up the pad, more so towards like the top of the pad platform rather than the bottom, just to allow my hip to bend more than my knees, so I can feel it a little bit more in my glutes. You can see here it's not very attractive. I'm just pretty much putting myself in a hole. There you can see Mia just walking past. She's so cute. And then after this, I moved on to my posing lesson.
Foot turn to the right. Okay, so that kind of needs to disappear. So we go and here. So we go here, this hand on it, then this hand on it. Good. So that needs to bring this hand forward as this one's coming on the hip, and then it will. So it's the last thing. This is the last thing. This one. So it's going to come around on the hip, and then that one's going to finish the way. Okay? So we'll turn to the right from there. Good. One thing we can practice a little bit more is just the rotation on that knee and touch. So when you come here, just get a little, that's it, a little bit more of a bend on it. So you create that wellness front pose-esque. That's what we're going to get. So do that again. So from the side. When you come up, good. So you want to, when you come up, you want that to be visible before you carry over to the ground. So you want to go here, you want to go like let that be seen. Is it? But then you rotate it to the front. That's it, the foot over. So it's just before you twist it into it, so the actual foot is over there. Instead, step back and then right. Only slightly, but it makes a difference. A little bit different. So you can step that down, keep that where it is, and then just turn it on that way. That's it. So that's the shape of it. And then you can good. A little bit too much rotation. Okay, so that bit is then just so it's that shape. So just not putting it short and around, exaggerate that a little bit so we get this, and then just switch it.
Hey guys, what's happening? A bit of a change of scenery, but I just thought while I'm doing 5 million steps, I might as well record a little bit because I won't be going home till midnight at this rate. I have like 8k steps left to do and it's like 7 p.m. Yeah, this week has felt very preppy. I felt like shit, I'm not gonna lie. However, I'm trying to just focus on the good bits, you know. I went to EP and that was really, really fun. I had a posing lesson with Mia and she is just, looking at her just gives me all the motivation I need because she is just incredible. And it's really good to like go to different gyms because I don't have any numbers, so if like I hit a certain rep range or get a certain weight, I won't be getting in my head like, oh, I'm down a rep today, or I'm losing strength, losing muscle. And I love EP because it's got like a glute area, so all I have to do is like stay in that one corner and that's my whole session. And I love it. They've got such good kit. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm so blessed to be in the gym I'm at in Elite because they've got amazing kit. But EP is just like that, but like 10 times bigger. They've got like a kickback machine, which you will have seen. They've got like every glute machine you can think of, and I need more glute. So I just love it there. I think when I go into my off season, I'll probably start a membership there because it's only like a 50-minute drive from me, and if it's gonna give me bigger glutes, then I do not give a shit. I will happily train there. I went with the lads as well, so they came with me, and I'm really grateful to have some company because bodybuilding can be really lonely. But on this journey, I found so many friends and such supportive people that like actually are like so nice and genuine and just like really do care about me. So it's always nice to have a bit of friends instead of going on my own. Like, don't get me wrong, I've gone to loads of gyms on my own just to like try out the kit, or, you know, just like for a little day trip. Like, that's my idea of fun, like trying a new gym. But it was actually really, really good, and it's always nice to have friends there to just like have a little laugh. Like, I was speaking to someone the other day and he was like, don't forget to just have fun with it and stop taking it so seriously. And I was like, you know what, that's so true. Like, I think I take it so seriously because it's my whole life. I don't have anything else outside of bodybuilding really. I don't have many friends, don't have any other hobbies really. This is just like my life and I love it, but that makes it so much more serious to me in terms of like, you know, I put my all into this and I want it to be like perfect. So it can almost be counterproductive, but at the end of the day, I love it. So yeah, I'm just trying to focus more on like the fun stuff, have fun, enjoy the journey. This week I've really like, I wouldn't say wanted to give up, but in terms of like, because I don't feel good enough, I just feel like, what's the point? I need to just sort of not look at it like if I don't win it's wasted, or if I don't win I'm a failure. I just need to look at it like, this is a hobby, this is something I'm asking to do, this is something I enjoy, whatever the placing may be. And I'm already halfway. It's like, you know, if I can do 10 weeks, I can do another 10 weeks. And that's what you've got to look at it like. Like, I'm trying not to think too much about what I'm going to be doing in the next 10 weeks. More so just looking at it like what I'm doing today, what I'm doing tomorrow. And eventually, you know, before you know it, like, it's been another week, and then it's been another 2 weeks. So I'm just trying not to look into the future too much and think of the bigger picture. Just think about what you've got to tick off daily, you know, steps, cardio, food, and yeah, that's pretty much the day-to-day. Everything's just the same. So yeah, this week has felt pretty hard, but I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to not think, like, you just sort of have to like think, no, it's not hard, no, I'm fine. Because if you think how shit you feel and you think how hard it is, it's going to be a lot harder. You know, a lot of it is just a mindset. If you say it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard. So I'm just trying to not even think about it, you know, really distract myself, keep myself busy. And we hit a new low of 66 kilograms, and the lowest I've ever been is 64 years. So, you know, we're in like scary territory now. Like, this is when it gets hard. And seeing my check-in today, even though I wasn't happy with how I was posing with me yesterday, I just looked at myself like, you're fucking shit. But seeing my check-in today, you know, fasted with no food in me, I was like, oh, okay, you know, I wouldn't say happy, but I was just like, my hard work's paying off in terms of, you know, another kilo down. So I think I started this week
at 68, and, you know, lowest this week was 66.05, so it's paying off. It's just, you know, just got to keep reminding myself it'll be worth it, and it's not forever. You know, 10 more weeks in the grand scheme of things is not long. The last 10 weeks is flying by, so another 10 more weeks is doable. It's just a case of like ticking the boxes and just keeping my head screwed on and try, like, I'm at the point where I don't even want to look at myself. I feel so skinny. It's just so humbling, because in the off season I was like, yeah, feeling good, feel big. I've lost 10 kilograms and it's like, oh shit, I look like a 12-year-old child. But, you know, you won't know what you look like till show day. So I'm going to leave it there, because otherwise it's just going to be, my head's just going to fall off and I've got loads more steps to do. So, yeah, as always, thank you so much for joining me on this journey and actually watching, because I'm actually speechless at how many people have viewed my last video, and 200 plus subscribers. So thank you all so much. It genuinely does make it so worthwhile when I know people are following along and people are being so supportive. So thank you. So like, share, subscribe, whatever. Drop me a message if you want to see something new. But I've got lots of exciting things happening next week, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, love you all, and I will speak to you next week.